Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do the reading for Pisces for the month of January. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I can't believe it's just gathering speed that quickly after only just a few months. I think I started it either at the end of August or beginning of September. I'd have to go back and have a look, so I'm pretty impressed that it's gathered so many people so quickly, and that makes me feel very honoured to be able to share my readings with you. So January, I'm using the Pagan deck, Pisces. It's a deck I haven't used too much yet. I really love it, but it's taking a little bit of getting used to. All right, ready to do your reading. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Fool. Very nice, really nice picture too. So he has his cat with him. I think he has a dog in the traditional tarot, so that's quite funny being it's pagan. So the Fool talks about taking a leap of faith, you know, having the courage to do something differently, sort of taking a jump into something where you don't know what you're going into. Very, very, how would you say, adventurous, very adventurous. Okay, so the first card you have out is the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords does talk about having rest, sort of clearing your mind, focusing on your thoughts, understanding your thoughts, but moving away from this energy. Sometimes I see it as the sleep of the dead, like when you really just take time out just to get away from everything. But that's the Four of Swords. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Wands. Now, Eight of Wands is a beautiful card because it talks about something coming in very quickly, and the Eight of Wands often has the reputation of being the arrows of love. It's often internet communication, so it's love via sort of the airwaves. That's what I'm after. So it can be, you know, emails, text messages, those sort of things, but love messages coming through. Okay, and then we have the Two of Cups. This is very lovely reading. So the Two of Cups talks of two people in love. The thing is with the Two Cups, the two people see eye to eye, so they're soulmates. The love is soulmate to soulmate. So this is really beautiful. Okay, and then we have the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands in the traditional tarot is the card of the wounded warrior. The Nine of Wands talks about putting boundaries up, like being respectful of your own wishes and likes and dislikes. So, you know, being able to say to people, I don't want to do that, or that isn't what I do, those sort of things, without having someone trampling all over you. Okay, and then we have the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles is about give and take in a relationship. It's about being in a relationship but where both people are fully invested. It can be about giving money and expecting it to be returned to you, but whatever it is about the return. So if you're in a relationship where one person's doing all the giving and the other person's doing all the receiving, the relationship becomes quite toxic because one person is taking advantage of the other. So this is very much about the equal give and take. Okay, then we have the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands talks of conflict. However, in this card, they're not really fighting. They do have wands in their hand, but it can be about internal conflict too. And I always feel like it's the sort of card where you're sort of questioning how to move forward. You know, do I, don't I, will I, won't I, that sort of feeling. So going over that in your head. Okay, and then we have the Four of Wands. Okay, story unfolding here. This is about asking someone to go steady with you, get married, have a commitment. So you look like you're contemplating on how to move forward on some sort of relationship here. That's the card of stability, the Four of Wands, but it's often seen as the marriage card. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So this may well be, like you're a Pisces, you're a water sign, could be you. The Queen of Cups, it can be male or female. We're looking at an energy where someone is emotionally available to you. They're not cold, they're open, they're warm, they're very much in touch with their feelings. There can be a psychic too, very in tune with the elements here. So, okay, and then we have the Judgment card. So the Judgment card talks about having a second chance at something, being able to rebirth yourself, you know, phoenix from the ashes, call to judgment. It's about the universe giving you a second opportunity to get something right that you didn't get right the first time around. But definitely a card of rising up from the ashes. I'm not going to put your last card down, Pisces, until I've had a recap here. Okay, so we do have the Fool. So you're definitely taking a leap of faith here. This is really beautiful. Now you're taking a leap of faith after having some time out. I feel like you've been in a bit of a conflict in your head, and you may have had to take time out to decide what you want. You're going to move on something very quickly now you've made your mind up, and it's definitely love here, possibly soulmate relationship. You're looking for an equal give and take balance in your relationship. So perhaps in past relationships you've had very toxic relationships where the give and take hasn't been even. But definitely looking for a long-term commitment. You are deliberating a bit here on whether to move forward on this or not, because you are a bit wounded from past relationships, and that's okay. You know, people do you know, tend to sort of put up boundaries and barriers when they're going into a new relationship. But I feel with the Six of Pentacles here that you need to put boundaries in place, because I feel like you're not very good at protecting yourself in relationships in terms of looking after yourself. The messages are going backwards and forwards here. So someone is definitely reciprocating this energy. Somebody else wants stable commitment too here. So you're both on the same page as far as that's concerned. Being it's a soulmate relationship, you obviously have something to gain from this as well. Whether it's the learning or whether it's love, either way, there's something to be gained. Now, you could be dealing with a water sign, or this could be you. But if it's you, then you are really ready to give love here. You're very open and you're very in touch with your feelings. It may have been in the past that you weren't like that. You may have been cold in the past, and you're starting to understand the importance of give and take. And it has taken a bit of self-work here. So you've probably spent a bit of time alone trying to decide what it is you want. But there's definitely messages going backwards and forwards, definitely an offer of stability here to move forward. Now, the one thing that sort of sits out here for me is you've got a Judgment card, which means that you may have already had some sort of encounter, relationship or contact with this person before, and you didn't act on it or you didn't get it right. And the cards are saying here that the universe is giving you another attempt at this, but you've got to get it right this time. Otherwise it won't happen again, sort of thing. You don't get chances and chances and chances. This is about taking a second chance on something to get it right. But there's a lot of deliberation here from you on how to go about this. Okay, I like this because you end up with the Victory card. So whatever you're doing here, you're on the right track. You're about to go and speak to someone or send a message to someone to tell them that you want to have a second chance at something. The Yes card just dropped out here for me too. You want to have a second chance on something. You want to have a go at something here. Maybe a second chance at love. Could, you know, most likely be a love reading here. It could be a second chance at something you love to do. So you could have a second chance at a job, especially with the Six of Pentacles here. But whatever it is, if you're going back into a job that you've been into before, you need to put boundaries down. You don't want people treating you like crap all the time. So you need to be able to say to people, I'll take this and that, but I won't take this and that. But I won't do that. I ain't going to go into meatloaf here. I'm sorry. Yeah, so you have to put some boundaries down on what you want to move forward on here. But definitely, you got the card of helpful people here. I would suggest that the reason that's come out is maybe you're in a position where you're deliberating on how to do this. Maybe you need to talk to someone and how to move forward here. Sometimes it's really good if you're, unsure of how to do something, to ask other people's opinions. But you don't just do what other people tell you to do. I mean, obviously you think that through, but sometimes it's good to sort of, I don't know, pass things by someone else to see whether they're going to work for you or not. But anyway, that's your reading, Pisces. Have a fantastic January. Thanks.